What is up, guys? It's your boy Torius back again with the video. Today I'm gonna be talking about working on yourself, right? This is a video about improving yourself, throwing away your socks, your underwears, your shirts, your pants, whatever you have that got holes in them, or whatever. Just throw them all away, right? Like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment below what you think about the video. Let's get into it. So, as men, we have to be a certain way, right? Like, I mean, it's acceptable for us to be a certain type of way, right? Like, even though it's not okay to be a loser, we're kind of expected to be like slobs, right? We're kind of expected to not really give a fuck about our opinion, our appearances, our like how we're looking. Like, all we gotta care about is making money, right? Like, no one really gives a fuck about a dude that is like slovenly, but he has his own crib, he has his own money, he has a yacht and shit. Like, you could be as dirty as you want and have all that shit, right? But the thing is, as a dude, you gotta strive to be the full package, right? Like, you always want to be the full package, like, even if it's not for women. That's just what our lot is in life. Like, our lot is to just make the world a better place, right? Like, I made a video, it was called there's more to life than women, right? And because the thing is, I don't like saying this because a lot of girls, a lot of times they'll be like, oh, I just wear makeup and I dress for myself, right? And it's like, you already know that they just do it for men's attention. And yeah, a lot of our motivations are for women, right? Like, it's important to know your motivation. Like, what is your motivation as a dude? Like, are you motivated by money? Are you motivated by women? Are you motivated by your family? Are you motivated by just, you know, like, not like having more in life, right? You should always want more in life. Like, it's always important to want more. Like I don't think that's such a bad thing. Like, everyone wants to talk shit about consumerism and all that shit, but it's always good to have more, right? That's why I heard this advice a couple years ago. Dude was saying how you have to, you know, just throw away your old, like, anytime, like, because the thing is, what happens when you start throwing away your socks and your underwears with holes in them is that you start valuing yourself more, right? Like, you start seeing value in yourself, because there's so many times where you just have like socks, right? It might be your last pair of socks and there's a big ass hole in the bottom of it, and you're like, no one's gonna know that there's a hole in my sock except for me. But guess what? You know, right? You know that. And that's worse than everyone else knowing, because yeah, people might clown you, but there's a big ass hole in your sock. You feel me? And if you have holes in your underwears, if you have holes in your shirts, and you're just walking around wearing that stuff and you're just like fine with it, right? That just shows what kind of person you are. Like, you always want to be the person, you know, that, like, you don't have to wear the flyest clothes, the most expensive clothes, but make sure that your clothes are neat. Make sure your clothes are fitted. Make sure your clothes are clean, right? Make sure that they look good on you. Make sure you look good in your clothes. Like, don't be wearing like big ass baggy shirts or tight shirts and shit like that. That make your body look weird, right? Like, just know your body shape and just dress accordingly to your body, right? Like, you don't want to wear shorts that are too short on you, and you don't want to wear shorts that are too long on you either, right? Like, you want to just wear stuff that fits. Like, if you have the money, I always recommend getting a tailor, right? Like, getting your clothes tailored to your body, because, you know, like, clothing stores just make stuff for the general population, right? Like, clothing stores just be like, oh, you know, like, probably 20 dudes are this size and they'll probably be able to fit it generally, right? But you don't have to go for the general stuff. Like, yeah, having a tailor is more expensive, but what you're paying for is that you're looking good in your clothes, right? Like, because you can just wear something, like, yeah, there are clothes that look good and you just put them on, but if you get a tailor and you put that shit, like, I'm be honest, I never had a tailor, but I understand the value of it, right? Like, once I have the money for a tailor, I'm gonna get a tailor, and I'm gonna make sure that my clothes fit me, and, you know. But it's just honestly so easy for us to just be like discarding all that stuff, right? But the whole point of the video is the confidence that it brings. Is the confidence that it brings, right? Like the confidence that you get from just, you know, knowing that you don't have any holes in your socks. That the confidence you get from knowing that you don't have a fucking tear in your shirt. You're not walking around self-conscious, right? Like for me, I feel like the biggest thing I ever be self-conscious about really is that I bend down and then you can see like my butt crack, right? And I remember one time, I was at the first tattoo shop I was at, right? At Inkaholic, and they were like, I remember one time I was sweeping. They made me sweep outside the leaves, right? They made me sweep the leaves outside. And I was like, okay, like my butt crack was bending down, right? And I was like, okay, it's all right. There's no one out here to see me, right? And all of a sudden my boss comes in, and then he's with my homegirl, and and it's funny because he's like, damn, that boy Nick selling crack. Right? And it's like what I feared the most just like manifested itself, right? Because I was like, damn, I was so self-conscious about it, and then all of a sudden like, oh, here you go Nick, what you're most scared about is gonna happen, right? And because he saw my butt crack. And that was like my biggest fear, right? Like someone see my butt crack and judging me for it. But yeah, you have to care. It's about how you carry yourself, right? Like, I always wondered like what that meant. Like, like I would always hear people say like, oh, it's how you carry yourself. It's how you carry yourself. But I was like, what does that even mean? Like how you carry yourself? Like what you wear? But it's more than that. It's like how much you value yourself, right? Like it's the tone of voice that you speak with. It's what you look like. It's the things that you do, right? Like if you're in bed all day, or if you're just like up getting shit done, right? If you're getting shit done, that means that you're valuing yourself. It means you value your time. You're not just like hanging out with your friends drinking. Unless I mean, honestly, that's not that bad, because you can be just like networking out at a bar or something. But you gotta value your time, and you gotta value yourself. You feel me? Because if you're not valuing yourself, how is a woman supposed to value you, right? Like how is a woman supposed to take you serious if you're not even taking your own self serious? You feel me? But with that being said, I'm ending the video here. Throw away all your socks and underwears that have holes on them for your self-confidence. If you just want to raise your confidence, just throw them shits away. So yeah, smash the like button. Let's get this video to 2,000 likes. 20K actually. Let's get it to 20K likes. Subscribe to the video. Comment below what you think. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.